There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall.
Hello everybody, welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Yes, it is time. It is Brighton and Newcastle, both teams going for a European finish this season. The teams are coming out, so let's quickly get into the lineups. This is your Newcastle team: Nick Pope, Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Steve Botman, Dan Burn, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Willock, Joelinton, Miguel Almiron, Alexander Isaac, and Callum Wilson. A very good attacking team there for Newcastle United, but they're going against a decent team as well in Brighton. Let's not kid anybody here. Decent team, Brighton, and they are starting out with Steele, Dunk, Gross, Welbeck, Undav, Mitoma, Casado, Gilmore, Van Hecke, Estupina, and Bonote. I apologise if I butcher any of those names, but they are the two teams. We are just awaiting kickoff. Let me stick that on. I'm probably not blind myself at the same time. That'd be great. But I am blinding myself. Never mind. Let's just do that for now. So that is the team at the moment. Let me just get everything sorted here. Let's get that scrolling across the bottom. How is everybody? I hope everybody's had a great day today and they're ready for what I'm hoping is going to be a fantastic game of football between two very, very good sides. If I'm going to be honest with you, it should be a great game. Not spell Brighton either, apparently. There we go. Clean sheets, first 20 games, 12, last 15, 1. Conceded 9 opening goals in the last 15 games, Newcastle, and lost 4 in the last 15. Interesting, very, very interesting stats there. Let's see if I can... Won't mind a bit of sound if I can. Oh, I switched off my TV. Like a melon. Please bear with me. It's me and I've switched off my TV. Of course, Bobby doing his show on Armory. On the Armory TV. So you are with me tonight. Don't think you should be able to hear that. I will double check very quickly. Because obviously we don't want any sound coming through now, do we? No, nothing's coming through, so that's great. Let's get rid of that. There we go. I've stopped lagging as well, which is fantastic. Let's get the scoreline up here. We are about to kick off. Please do put your comments in who you think is going to win this game. It's a big game for both teams. And Brighton kicking us off. And we're off. I'm hoping for a very, very good game. A very good game. Already Newcastle on the attack. Brighton have lost the ball. Joelinton beats two men. Don't know where to go though, so he has to play backwards. Should be a good game. Get your score predictions in the chat as well. Who are people wanting to win? Not sure if there's any other football on today. That's a bit of a dodgy kick, but it's worked out quite well. Mr. Pina Mitoma skins one. Gets tackled though. It's a great ball. It's reminding me a little bit at the minute of the Arsenal Brighton. Newcastle need to settle down a little bit here. I do think. We go for that high octane start. But a couple of misplaced passes from both sides. It's not just from one, it's from both. That's worked out quite well for Brighton. Oh, shot on the edge of the box. Blocked. Pardon me. I've just had my dinner as well, so I'm a little bit of a gassy lassie. Gassy lassie. Here comes Newcastle with Isaac. Great tackle. It's a fantastic tackle. But Newcastle keep coming. Brighton dealing with it quite well at the minute, passing the way out. Obviously, it's an important game for both teams. Newcastle trying to secure top four and Champions League football, and obviously Brighton trying to secure some sort of European football as well. Referee gives a free kick to Newcastle just inside the Brighton half. It's very, very interesting. Evening, Chris. How you doing, mate? Saying 2-1 is your prediction. I'm going to go for a Brighton win as well. I think Brighton will win. I'm hoping for goals. So I'm going to go 3-2 Brighton. That's what I want. But Newcastle have definitely started off a bit more lively in the first opening minutes of the game. Is that offside? Yep. It's either offside or a goal kick. I thought it were a foul because it looked like he pushed him, but nope. By Caicedo there, Moises Caicedo. It's his 50th appearance today, Caicedo. Yeah, it was a offside. Top four still done, in my opinion. The clock ban changed it for me. I haven't seen what's he got banned for. I haven't seen what he actually got banned for. I've been quite busy. over the last couple of days, so I haven't had a chance to really look stuff up or anything. But I don't know. Obviously, United need 2 more wins, don't they? Shots. Nice try by Isaac there, but it was always curling away from goal. But yeah, so I ain't actually seen what he's got banned for. I'm probably guessing it's something to do with a comment he's made. But that's their last 2 games, isn't it? At season is banned for now. So they're going to be out in for the last 2 games. I mean, do you just want to go on holiday early? Is that what it is? Almiron's just ran from one side of the pitch to the other just to press the Brighton defence. Okay, yeah. I heard about it. I did hear about it. Like I said, I haven't seen heard what he said, but I've heard that he made some comments. Oh, here come Newcastle again. Well dealt with, but it's not very far. What a block. What a block. Hello, Mia. How are you doing? I'll tell you something. Newcastle should be 1-0 up right now. That's a lovely bit of play by Newcastle. He's onside as well. Ball gets whipped in, dealt with first time, only as far as edge of the box, and Almiron's there. Blasts it. I don't know who got the last touch, though, to take it over the bar. He's banned for the weekend. Was suspended, banned for next season. Now, if he's getting banned, then he needs to be banned. You know what I mean? Good punch away there by Steele, and it's a free kick. He's fouled. Yeah, I hope you are doing well, Mia. And Rebel, how are you doing, buddy? Up the Brighton. Let's get some comments up here. Hope you're well. Thought I'd come say hello. Yeah, thank you for just popping in and saying hello. Premier League Player of the Season nominees, Kieran Trippier is up there as one of them. Please do hit the like button as well. It does help. I'll tell you something. Newcastle's press is insane. Almiron is pressing the goalkeeper all the time. I'm not going to trust a man who picks the cones up in the dugout versus Aston Villa 2-0. Villa, my prediction, and hopefully Linders proves me wrong. Oh, I'll tell you something, Brighton then. Jeez. You need to wake up, Brighton. Kane still gets nominated, baffling. Well, there is a Tottenham fan in Mia. She might have something to say about that. Don't worry, smash the like for you. Thank you so much, Mia. It does help. Helps the channel a lot. Oh, Brighton are living a dangerous life. Isaac again. Steele making the save. It bounces off Casado, I believe it was. He has to get cleared off the line. Whew. That goal's living a charmed life, I'm telling you. But Newcastle have got a free kick. And it's in a very dangerous position here. Let's see what they can do from this free kick. Trippier's leaving it. Shah's on it. Strikes it. Good save by Steele. Got your darts on. Keep an eye on the scoreline. Who's in darts today? I mean, I've not watched darts since Phil Taylor retired. I'll stop playing. I know he came back for a little bit. Brighton again with some sloppy passing. Lose it at the edge of the box. Almiron. Sat on the right hand side. Nice little bit of play again. Pulls it back. Oh, just wide again. This time by Willock. Newcastle could be 3-0 up by now. Listen, Kane is a great player. You can't deny it. But he's defo had flaws with his mentality. Well, I think every player goes through it, don't they? At some point. How are Newcastle not 1-0 up already? I mean, It's a dangerous game Brighton are playing. They need to wake up, seriously. The passing's terrible as well. And they're giving away needless fouls like they just have done again tonight. Again, just then, sorry. I thought I was in work tonight. I did go in and then you're supposed to not be here, which was strange. I'm always in Monday, Friday. It's very strange. My friends plays darts. What, Ali Pally? Last year. Steele collects that really well from that. Well done, Steele. Must have, mate. You must be working that hard. They felt like you needed some time off. I'll tell you something. Brighton being 4-1 to win this game, according to Sky, and Newcastle are at 8-13 odds on. Jeez, Brighton will be looking to upset some bookies tonight. I need a TV so I can have Bluetooth so I can hear it properly. That's what I need. 100%. But yeah, Brighton need to wake up. They really, really do. He did alright, but when the pressure was on, he slipped up. Such a shame for him. Ross Smith. Can't say I've heard of him. But then again, like I said, I haven't really watched a lot of darts recently. I probably haven't watched it for quite a while, to be honest with you. But it's a shame. I'm sure you'll get back up there. You know, first you don't succeed, try again. There you go. So Chris is telling you, quality player. Casado does well there to keep Isaac quiet. Got a week holiday next week, which I planned anyway. Michael Van Gerwen's. Jeez, are you still playing? God. PL Young Player of the Season nominees: Steve Botman, Moises Caicedo, Alexander Isaac, McAllister, Haaland, Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka. Some big names on there. Some big names on there. McAllister sat on the bench today. Let's see if he comes on and makes an impact. I've got a really itchy nose. Oh, trying to have a drink, but here come Newcastle. Edge of box with Almiron, plays a lovely ball in, back out. Oh, over the top. Almiron slices it off at bar after a little bit of play. Beautiful bit of play as well. MVG is still young for his age, to be fair. Is he? How old is he? Sure, it's like... How old is Michael Van Gerwen? He's 34? He's only 34 years old. I thought you were older than that. He's only 4 years older than me. He's playing professional darts. What am I doing? I'm sat here watching football and talking to people online. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, for you people that normally are here, Michael Van Gerwen already won enough. I know he's like a world darts champion or something, and he's like 34 years old. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I can barely win a game of FIFA, and he's winning professional darts. Yeah, if he wants to come on and talk about his wonderful career so far, then by all means, if you watch him, mate, You're probably not, but if you are, just that email address at the bottom there, just send an email to us. We'll get you on. We'll get you on, buddy. You can have a whole show about your career. Newcastle doing well at the minute. Oh, Steele nearly messing up there. Got away with it. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. Tell you, Brighton need to wake up. But here come Brighton on a counter-attack. It's, 4 against 3, 6? But more corner shots. Easy save for Pope. That's his more competitive. I think, was it Taylor days? Not saying that in a bad way. Yeah, Taylor was in his own postcode, wasn't he? Nobody could even get close to him back in his heyday. It was a shot from Danny Welbeck, but he were easily saved by Poke. Easily saved by Poke. Pope. It's because I was talking to one of my friends, and his name's Poke. I tell you. It's a free kick given away, I think, by Brighton. No, it's a throw-in, sorry. I thought he blew for a free kick. Somebody's down, though. Who was it? Or he's tying his shoelace. Yeah, he's tying his shoelace. Shah. Fabian Shah's tying his shoelace. Oh, God, that's just a bit of a tongue twister. Isaac tries too much, gets dispossessed. But Newcastle managed to retain possession. And that's what I thought. I was going to say that's a bad ball, but it's not. That's a great ball. Brighton players calling it a handball on Willock. But I think Newcastle have got a corner. Yeah, they call it a handball, but Dunk kicks the ball literally like the distance from where I am to the microphone, and it hits his hand. So you can't really give that as a foul. So it is a Newcastle corner. Whipped in, back post, over the bar. For another Newcastle corner. Who's down? Shah is down. Trippier trying to pull him back to his feet. Didn't seem like they were out in that. If I'm going to be honest with you. Just hope you can turn up without Klopp. I think you will. But I think the issue is a case of you having to rely on other teams, aren't you, as well? Because like I said, United only need, 2 more wins? And then there's nothing you can really do to get Champions League football. So it's a bit of a difficult one, isn't it? Ball whipped in, back post. He flapped at Steele, flapped at that. My God, he's having a bit of a mare at a minute. Really, really is. Yeah, he never does learn. I'm not going to lie with you, he never does learn. What I'm going to do is, whilst the game is on, hopefully I don't get shot for this. I might do. Who knows? I'll put this here so you can see all the stats of the game as well. Wish I could get rid of that light, but let's stick this here. Look. Love his celebrations, but no need to go get anything. Yeah. He's done it everywhere, though, hasn't he? He's done it all the time. No matter where he's been, he's done it. That's the issue. Jason Steele with 12 successful passes loose, don't we? 11. And Jean-Paul Van Heck with 11. So Brighton's backline with the most successful passes in this game so far. Shows kind of like the tail of the tape at the moment. Not going to lie to you. It's kind of been one-way action at the minute. It just looks so composed. Even when Brighton's players are like running at the Newcastle defence, Newcastle just looks so calm and composed. It's ridiculous how calm they look. I mean, Nick Pope, 1 pass. Callum Wilson, 1 pass. And Matoma, 2 passes. Oh, Brighton have lost it here. It's Joelinton in the box. Oh, what a block by Dunk. He needed to make that, otherwise that was 1-0. Brighton, silly, sloppy ball. Joelinton does well to turn. Dunk gets across and just sticks his leg away. He's got his toe on it. Or bottom of his boot, sorry, on it. It just deflects out for a corner. Newcastle, if Newcastle don't score soon, I don't think they'll score. Oh, a goal. Goal. It is 1-0. 1-0 to Newcastle. I said Newcastle have been looking the better, and you know they're they've been living a charmed life, Brighton. I said that their goal was living a charmed life, but it is 1-0 to Newcastle. And of everybody, it is a Brighton player that has scored it. It's an Undav own goal. So it is 1-0 to Newcastle. Undav can't believe it. He's shaking his head. I don't think anybody can believe it. De Zerbi definitely can't believe it. But they've been relentless. Newcastle have been relentless so far in this game. Brighton really do need to wake up. Welbeck dispossessed too easily. Here come Newcastle again. Almiron. Oh, good interception. Foul there. Bonadote down on the floor. Gilmore getting pushed about a bit. Wilson getting involved. Willock leaving something on him. As it stands, Newcastle are on 69 points and Brighton are on 58. I think it's pretty much curtains for Brighton's Champions League hopes anyway. This will be... Mia will be liking this. The resident Tottenham fan. She will be liking this scoreline because obviously it helps Spurs keep up the gap. Ball whipped in from this free kick. Pope comes out, collects. Nobody up there challenging. Not a single Brighton player jumped to challenge. I wouldn't be happy. I'll tell you that for a fact. If I was De Zerbi, I would be going mad. But, you know, if you didn't see the stats, it is 44% possession for Newcastle. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Total shots 4 for Newcastle, 1 for Brighton, 1 on target, 2 off target for Newcastle. Not a single shot apart from a very, very tame effort, if we can even call it a shot. If I'm going to be honest with you, from Danny Welbeck. No, those ones were slightly out of date, actually. I do apologise. So 50.8% possession for Newcastle, 7 total shots to Brighton's 2. 7-2. This is a Brighton side that look comfortable against quite a lot of teams as well. Look poor. Brighton look poor. They've lost the ball again, Brighton. Trying to do stupid, silly things. That's what Brighton are doing. They're trying to do stupid, silly things. When they should be passing, they're trying to run the ball out. And when they should be running the ball out, they're trying to do these little cute passes to try and beat the press. And they're losing the ball every time. Here comes Newcastle again. Oh, that's a bit of a bad pass there. And now Brighton, another one. They try to play through ball. Doesn't even get close. Well intercepted. Brighton still have the ball. Trying to find Mitoma out on that wing. Trippier says, no, thank you. Brighton look rattled. And Brighton were my outside chance to get Champions League football. I predicted that they could do it. You know, that they could have a good chance of getting Champions League football this season. And it's just... they've just fallen apart. You know, looked fantastic against Arsenal. They were the best team. Arsenal couldn't cope, and now against Newcastle, they've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even throw-ins are going to Newcastle players. Quick free kick taken. It's well dealt with by Brighton. This is where they seem to lose the ball by trying to play too many passes. And they nearly did it again then. Ball out of play. Brighton throwing in Newcastle's half. This is the best bit of a spell and possession Brighton have had in the game, but they're going backwards again. This is where they struggle, but all the way back to steal. When in doubt. Ball out long, managed to be kept in, but Almiron's nicked it. Here comes Almiron running down the wing. Almiron beats one. Tries too much. Oh, is that a penalty? He dived in. Dunk dived in. Right, Dunk. Somebody dived in on a Newcastle player. Let's have a look. Almiron beats 2 men, tries the shot, doesn't get there. Wilson runs in. Dunk trying to play the ball out. Wilson nicks the ball away and Dunk outstretches his legs. He might have caught him. Couldn't really see from that angle. He does. He takes him out. This could be a penalty. This could be a penalty. Is it a penalty? No. It's given a throw-in. Apparently VAR's checked it. I reckon that should have been a penalty. Wilson nipped in, took the ball away from Dunk, and he just didn't react quick enough, Dunk, to clearing the ball. And he's trying to flick his leg, and he's just took Wilson. It was a slight touch, don't get me wrong. It wasn't a massive touch, but Bruno Guimaraes has lost it here. He's been yellow carded. And he was screaming at the ref, one foul. It is from behind, Bruno. It is from behind, mate. Can't do that in football. So Bruno Guimaraes receives his 6th yellow card of the season. It's livening up this game. It's turning a bit feisty now. A potential penalty that wasn't given. A yellow card. Bit of shouting. Nearly another misplaced pass there, nearly. Brighton trying to pass out of the press. They're second to everything. They are second to everything at the moment. And I'm not a Newcastle fan. You know, I am not a Newcastle fan at all. If anything, I want Newcastle to lose. That's what I want. Brighton trying to play out. Joelinton fighting very well in that midfield. He's been quality since he's dropped into midfield. He really has. Isaac, lovely feet. Lovely, lovely feet. Oh, Almiron turns his man. Here he is. He's all out. Nobody's with him. Player's coming back. He's got people at the side to help him. Oh, straight across the face of goal. It's kept in though by Isaac. I do not wish to disclose any of that information. Thank you very much, Richard. But thanks for popping in, mate. Hope you're well. Not quite sure why you're asking me those questions. I'm just sat here doing a watch along. That's a lovely ball to Joelinton. Gets a corner. All it needed were a touch. All that needed were a touch, and it was 2-0 Newcastle. Just waiting for this corner to be taken. Cher's got some tissue in his nose when he busted it. Ball whipped in. Header not cleared. Still in the box. Brighton trying to get rid of it. Not doing very well at doing so. Oh! Burn nearly scored. A little bit of head tennis in the box. Good ball gets whipped in. Doesn't get cleared properly. There's a little bit of head tennis going off. Burn then takes it lovely on his chest. Turns his man. Keeps strong. Tries to poke it towards goal. And it's just wide of the post. Does the keeper get a touch on it? No, he doesn't. The defender must have, because it's another corner. Ball whipped in, back post, straight across, well saved by Steele. And now Brighton have a chance to counter-attack, but Steele boots it out of play. That could have been a really, really good chance for Brighton to break away there. Who comes in and asks you your IQ score, GCSE levels and all that kind of stuff? It's a bit weird, isn't it? Or is it just me? Is that just a normal thing to come and ask? Because I don't think it is. It's a bit of a strange one. If I'm going to be honest with you. Ball out of play. "35 minutes gone. Newcastle 1, Brighton 0. Lovely bit of play there. Make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. We have more football watch-alongs coming this week, including some of the lower league action and playoffs. That will be happening over the next couple of days. Some big matches as well. It's Manchester United versus Chelsea next week. That will be live here. Doing a live watch along as well. And we also have lots of other football content on this channel. Not only that, if you are into other stuff, we will be covering other stuff starting soon. We'll be covering boxing, cricket, obviously NFL. We do cover a little bit of the American sports. And we have the score show that happens on a Saturday as well. But here come Brighton. Looking a bit more lively. Newcastle packing that defence, not giving Brighton anywhere to go. Mitoma over the bar. Over the bar. Saturday night football, Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal, 5 p.m. That will be getting covered as well on this channel. Bobby, your normal host, will be back Sunday. West Ham versus Leeds. Bit of a must-win for Leeds United. Can he get there in time? He does, but he goes out of plays at a corner. Man City versus Chelsea. Man City win that game, they win the title. And obviously Newcastle again versus Leicester on Monday. Some interesting and big games coming up over the next couple of days. It's a free kick to Newcastle. Left-hand side of Brighton's box. Trippier's coming over to take it. A bit of pushing and shoving. Bruno Guimaraes getting in somebody's face. Being pulled away by a lot of people. He's already had a yellow card. Moved him away from all the action. Ball whipped in. Free kick to Brighton. Bruno Guimaraes needs to be careful here. Might talk himself into the book again, and then he's gone. I don't think Newcastle can afford to lose him. Obviously, they don't revolve around him, but he's a quality player. Oh, Newcastle. Brighton trying to play it out from the back and got caught again. Luckily, it bounced straight back into Steele's hands. The press is unbelievable. Jolinton tries to get there. He kind of bounces off of him. Free kick. No, it's a throw in. I thought you were pointing for a free kick. Jolton slips. Brighton come away to the ball. Welbeck. Nowhere to go again, though. Lovely ball. Oh, why try and do a flick there, Welbeck? That's ridiculous because now you're getting countered. Steele comes out well, mops that up. Yeah, goes out for a throw-in. Steele had to be quick there because Isaac was running down on goal. Bit of shirt pulling there. Referee saw it. It's getting a bit touchy-feely out there at a minute. Matoma's touch map's been terrible. We need to get him into the game a bit more. Like I've been saying for most of the first half, Brighton need to wake up so much because they're being dominated. Trippier whips this ball in. Flick on. No, it goes to nothing and it's out for a goal kick. Nothing doing there with that one. 41 minutes played of a very feisty and enjoyable first half. Brighton need to stop with this whole playing out from the back. They've been caught a couple of times and look, it's still 1-0. Oh, that's a bit of an heavy tackle, but Brighton come away. This could be a perfect chance. What's he got here? He's offside, Matoma, isn't he? Referee's not put his flag up yet. It's a throw-in. That was probably their best chance. A very quick counter-attack there. But Newcastle players are all back now. And it slammed that door shut, I think. Is it just a case of Brighton's players getting too tired now to keep up the pace that they've been playing at for the last couple of games? Or is it just Newcastle that good? Welbeck taken out. Free kick taken, but it's taken backwards. That's a nice ball in. Not the first time cross. Looks for Mitoma. Trippier well up to clear that away. It's been quality Trippier this season. Ball whipped over the top. He's found him. He's offside. It's unlucky. Is he offside? Yeah, it's miles offside. Miles offside. You could stick a double-decker bus between that. By Bonote, or however you pronounce his name. Gilmore. I think it was who played that ball. Pope. Coming up to half time, still 1-0 to Newcastle. I know I'm yawning, but it's not actually been a boring game. It's lulled a little bit. But this has been Brighton's undoing by playing silly passes like what Dunk's just done then. That ball too heavy. Steele telling Dunk to calm down. That pass from Dunk is terrible. It's a simple pass as well. It's about a 10-yard pass and he can't even get that right. Not enough weight on the ball. They've lost it again. Almiron's everywhere. Here come Brighton with Matoma. Great tackle. It's a great tackle by Botman. Oh, poor first touch. Two minutes of added time in the first half. That was beautiful. That was a great pass. And Botman wonderfully timed tackle to stop Matoma from getting through. He's got to be up for one of the defenders at season, surely. We will be doing an awards ceremony as well, based on our views and opinions. If you go and follow us on Twitter, we'll be posting nominations for best coach, best striker, goalkeeper, blah, 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 all these kind of stuffs. We'll start bringing them out probably at the end of next week. There's another yellow card there. I didn't see what it was for. I think it's for Undav. Yeah, well, Undav's now on a yellow as well. But yeah, go over to Twitter and follow us on there. We'll be putting up everything on there so you can have your say and your vote on who you think is the best in the positions. And we will be doing the best 11 as well of the season. We've done a season so far earlier on, a few months ago, I believe it was. We'll be looking back at that and comparing it to what we think it is now. There's a lot of feistiness going off at the minute. Joelinton's having words with somebody. Moises Caicedo, I think it is. Joelinton being told to calm down as well after a bit of verbals. So that's two Newcastle players that are losing their head a little bit. Joelinton and Bruno Gomes. Both of them having arguments with somebody whilst they've been waiting for a free kick in a corner. But here comes no, who's down? Gilmore's down. Didn't see what happened. It's happened. Someone's got yellow carded. Who is it? I didn't even see what happened. Shah. A bit of a slap to the face, I think. Is it intentional? Is it not? They're a bit pushing and shoving between the two. I think it's Shah who got booked. Yeah, it is. Fabian Shah has been booked, so that's another Newcastle player that's losing the head a little bit. I believe that's Gomes and Shah now on yellow cards. Gilmore's smiling and laughing a little bit. Ball whipped in. 2-0. 2-0 to Newcastle. Wonderful delivered free kick. And who was it who scored? Byrne? I think it was Byrne who has put that ball into the net. that was a beautiful delivered free kick as well. So it's whipped in. Everyone's onside. Back post, unchallenged. Heads it back across. Makes it 2-0. Easy as you like. Easy as you like. Cruise control. It's absolute cruise control. They've been the better team, and that is half time. Looks like they're going to be Champions League next season. Brighton players really need to wake up. Going to take a little break as I need to use the bathroom, etc., etc. We'll come back and have a look at the match stats so far when I do get back. So, as for now, please do enjoy the nice sombra of our half-time break interval. But I will be back. Please don't go anywhere. I shouldn't be too long.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great. I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks.
Yes, I am back. Thank you for sticking with me. So, half-time score is 2-0 to Newcastle. Newcastle have dominated the game, even though the stats don't really say that. 42% possession for Newcastle. They've won 57.1% of the duels and 85% of their aerial duels, which says a lot. I mean, I'm just seeing that second goal. Defending needs to be so much better. So much better. We've had 6 corners and 11 shots to Brighton's 3. Let's just 11 shots to Brighton's 3. Now, this is a Brighton team that can attack and does attack. You know, this isn't like one of your, no offense to them, but, you know, like a Wolverhampton or, you know, Southampton or somebody like that. This is a Brighton team that won 3-0 against Arsenal not so long ago. And they're getting absolutely picked apart. Absolutely. Some news, Man United are favourites to sign Kim Min-jae. For anybody that's interested in transfer news, that seems to be the one there. Brighton have had more passes, 211 total passes, with 82.9% pass accuracy. I'm not quite sure how they figured that one out because they've misplaced quite a lot of passes from what I've seen. But hey ho, you know. I mean, they've nearly messed up quite a few times playing out from the back, in all fairness. So that's going to be an interesting one. But this is going to do fantastic for them. What's the head-to-heads actually like? I mean, Brighton have won 3. This is based on the last 5 years. Brighton have won 3 times against Newcastle and drew 5. So it's not over. I think Newcastle have only won once against Brighton in the last 5 years. Last game were a 0-0, a 2-1 win, a 1-1, a 3-0, a 3-0. So Brighton tend to do quite well against Newcastle, but not today. Falling apart today. Really, really are. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, Chris, mine's still there. I said 3-2. But your scoreline of 2-1 I think is over. Obviously, it's not possible anymore. I mean, Newcastle can win 2-1. I suppose that's always an option. That is always an option. Just whilst we're on here, let me stick this back up. As well, if you are interested, you do want to get involved, please do send us a little bit of information about yourself to the email address going down at the bottom there, fulltimemediasport@gmail.com. We are looking for some people to join our team and help us cover a variety amount of sports. Obviously, football is your main thing, not an issue. We can get you involved. But if you are interested in other sports and you want to cover them, run your own shows as well. 100% get in touch and see what we can do for you. Give you a platform to speak and talk about stuff that you're passionate about. But we will put it back there for now. Let's have a little looky as well. We are on the road to 500 subscribers as well, ladies and gents. So if you are new around here, please do consider giving us a like and a subscribe. 482. We need 18 more subscribers. 18 more. We're not asking for a lot. We want to try and get to that magic total before the end of the season, which is a big ask. I know it's a big ask, but we're trying. We're doing our best. We are on 482. 18 more. Help us hit that goal. Please. Help us hit that goal. Just waiting for the second half to kick off. That's all we're waiting for now. Hopefully we see some more attacking action. Hopefully Brighton come into it a little bit more as well. That's what I'm hoping for the most. Brighton actually get involved a little bit. Just showing me a lot of adverts at a minute. What do people make of the first half so far? What do people make of it? And what are the chances of progression next season for both teams? Obviously, Newcastle are in the Champions League. How do people think Newcastle are going to do next season in the Champions League? That's a good question. I think that's a very, very good question. A lot of football coming up soon. Saturday night, Arsenal versus Forest. Super Sunday, we see West Ham versus Leeds. Manchester City versus Chelsea. Obviously, if Man City can win that one, they are crowned champions. And then Monday night, we see Newcastle play again versus Leicester. If the Newcastle that turned up today, or has turned up in the first half today, turn up against Leicester, I think that could be a bit of a pummeling. Not going to lie there. The Man City game, Chelsea needs to do something. 100% Chelsea needs to do something. McAllister warming up. Surprised he's not playing. I'm surprised he's not starting McAllister. I don't know why I've got these on, to be honest with you. I don't need them on. I could do that. It's because I'm so used to having it on my other TV coming through PC. But I've got an actual TV over there now. That's what it is. I don't need it on. Brighton deserve European football. What are we thinking, people? What are we thinking? Do let me know your thoughts and opinions. Love to have a little chat. Newcastle players are coming back out. No changes, I don't think. I mean, why would you? Newcastle currently sitting on 69 points. Sorry, as it stands. That 6th place is wide open now, really. Aston Villa and Tottenham both 1 point behind. I know Brighton still have a game in hand, but I think that game in hand is against City. So anything can happen there, I suppose. But they need to wake up in this one. They really, really do. It's 2-0. We're going to get the second half underway here. And we are off for the second half. I feel like there's going to be a few more goals. Brighton continue to play it from the back. Not going to change their way at all. It's definitely it for top 3. I think it's definitely it for top 3, Chris. 100%. Brighton ain't even looked dangerous in this game either. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, they've just loose pass again. And here comes Newcastle again with Isaac. Goes inside, shoots, good block. It's fallen to a Newcastle player again. Almiron. Nice tackle. But yeah. I'm a Man United fan, I'm not counting my chickens before they've hatched. Not at all. We still need to win 2 games. We haven't secured top 4 yet. I think Newcastle are there already. It's terrible football by Brighton again. Trying to play these intricate little passes out of the back instead of just getting rid. And they're getting penned in and losing the ball. I want to know what the Zerbi's said to the players. Because whatever it is, it hasn't worked. They're trying the same things. And I understand, philosophy and the way you play. You don't want to change it too much or anything like that. But when you're constantly getting pinned in, then, you need to do something. I got Sheffield Wednesday versus Peterborough at the moment. Sheffield Wednesday 2-0 up in the 39th minute after 4-0 down in aggregate. It's 4-2 in aggregate now at the minute. They couldn't. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I've got a personal little hate. Well, not hatred. Well, it is. I live in a place called Doncaster. So obviously my local team is a South Yorkshire team. And I've went and watched them quite a lot, supporting my local team and everything. So I've kind of grew this little bit of a bias towards other Yorkshire teams. So I don't really want them to get back up. I know probably deserve it after the season I've had, but I'd rather they didn't, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather Peterborough beat them. Oh, here we go. That's a wonderful ball. Well dealt with, though. That's a lot better defending by Brighton. Pinged over the top. Nowhere near enough power. Oh, Wilson, nearly. The teams that deserve it are the ones that get promoted. Yeah, 100%. 100%. They are the ones that do deserve it. You know, the teams that get promoted. I'd like to see Peterborough go up. I wouldn't mind seeing Peterborough go up. But it looks like they're having a bit of a collapse, judging on what you're saying. Is there more on tomorrow? Is the other playoff game tomorrow? Burn's very high forward here. Oh, what a save by Steele. Oh, I thought it was 3-0. Barnsley versus Bolton. Hope your team Carlisle can turn over Bradford. Well, best of luck there. I don't know whether we're covering Barnsley Bolton game. I mean, that's a great save by Steele. That should be free. Ball gets whipped in and headed on by Isaac. Almiron at the back post. Nobody near him. First time volley. Steele gets down really well to save it. Really, really well. I'm not sure we're covering. When's Carlisle versus Bradford? When's that game? Undav scores! It's 2-1. It is a goal and it is 2-1. Brighton are back in it. They have actually woke up in the second half and have scored. Is he onside though? I'm not sure whether he is. There's VAR checking possible offside. I might be changing his back to 2-0. Let's just wait. Yeah, he's miles on. He's miles on the side. Brighton are not out of it yet. But here comes Newcastle. I will read your comment in a minute. Here comes Newcastle. Almiron. Oh, it should be 3-1. Wilson missing the chance. We are 1-0 down, second leg at our place Saturday, 3 p.m. I'm still confident we can do it. And losing 1-0 away. Bradford can be result. Get an early goal. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, I hate playoffs and stuff. You know, like I said, I went to watch local team Donny. Obviously, you'll know Donny. We've played your lot before. Playoffs are horrible. It's so nerve-wracking. So nerve-wracking. I was going to say we'd try and cover it, but obviously it won't be on TV with it being a 3 o'clock kickoff. I don't think. Here comes Matoma. Ball inside. Nicely cleared. We might cover it on the Around the Grounds because I don't think there's anyone else on. If it is televised, we'll try and get it covered. I'm assuming you'll be at the game, Chris. Here comes Newcastle on the attack again. Joelinton to Isaac. Isaac finds Wilson. Goalkeeper Steele down well. to claim that ball. Yeah. Well, I hope you get a really good result, mate. I hope you do. And I hope you beat Bradford. Newcastle trying to calm the game back down now. Trying to take the wind out of the sails of Brighton. Long ball by Pope. Isaac can't get to his flick on. Ooh, bit dangerous there. A little bit of heavy tackles going in now. 2 Brighton players are down. 1 from Callum Wilson. That's gross. He's back up. Substitution time for Brighton. I think this is 4 subs. Jeez. I'm just happy we're in playoffs after all the pain in recent years. Not competing relegation from League One since 2000. Unbelievable turnaround. We're on the brink of National League last season. Yeah. I mean, like I said, Donny are in League Two. We haven't looked like a threat at all. If I'm going to be honest with you, we got Grant McCallum's come back, which is a positive. Hopefully, we'll be pushing for promotion next season. As well, who knows? If you're up in League One next season, maybe we'll see you a season after. We're on those budgets and we're competing with it. Yeah. It's going to get worse next season with Wrexham coming in as well. Nobody's going to be able to match Wrexham. Here are subs for Brighton. 55th minute. It is. They all want to come up. I think McAllister's come on. Welbeck's off. You're going to bring him up on the screen? Right, so off is Gilmore. Can't say his name. So Bueno and Welbeck. That's a yellow card to Gross as well. A bit of a soft one, I think, that. But it is nevertheless a yellow card. Sorry, I'm just trying to get these. Sancho. Who else came on? Who else came on? Ferguson. Ball whipped in from Trippier, back post. Cleared. Woo! Where were we? It's right appointment from Donny getting Grant McCann back. Yeah, it is. McCann and Duncan Ferguson have been on Donny and Peterborough Magic Roundabout over the years. They have. They really, really have. I mean, that's another reason why I don't want Chef Wednesday to go, because obviously Darren Moore is an ex-Rovers boss and he left us to go there, which is a big no-no in the world of football. You don't go to your club's rival regardless. So, won't mind seeing him go. But we'll see. We'll see. And Donny don't have a lot of money. Really, really don't. So we'll be focusing on a lot of players that we already have for next season, I think. Surprised nobody's been sent off in this game yet. Ferguson, 4 goals this season. Asensio, 3 goals this season. These teenagers can score. Garnacho's on 3 as well, but obviously he's not playing. Here comes Brighton. Nice ball in between the sticks. Undav tries to find Mitoma, but doesn't. McAllister chasing Willock. Oh, he's down. He's pulled his hamstring. I think he's pulled up and just grabbed the back of his leg straight away. That'll be him done. Yep. Bringing him off straight away. Just pull up and grab back of his leg. You know that when you've pulled something, if you've played football, you feel that, then you know that your game's done. Here's Joe Willock as well. Joe Willock is coming off. And who's it that's coming on? Anderson. Is it Anderson? Hey, you can't even put weight on it properly. That's his season done. Unfortunately, not the way you want to go off on it. That is your season done, I'm afraid, Willock. Unfortunately. Undav scores a chip goal at Arsenal, own goal tonight, and then scores. yeah, you're right there. He's the only person that I can think that can do that, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But this game ain't over. Maybe he gets another goal. Oh, that ball's way too heavy by McAllister. Interesting to see where he goes at the end of the season, because I think he's on the move. I'm sure he's going to Liverpool next season. Joelinton clashes heads. It's a throw in. Joelinton's still down on the floor. It's getting a bit physical again now. Yeah, just head to head. Both players going for the ball. Nothing wrong with it, but obviously a clash of heads. Joelinton's still down on the floor. Van Heck's perfectly fine. He's up and walking about as if it were nothing. Joelinton held to his feet. Steele's, just show me that save again from Steele. That's a fantastic save. It really is. Not Undav goal. Nice ball through. Does very, very well. Doesn't help my fantasy Premier League side, because I've got 2 Newcastle defenders and Pope, but oh well. And the 2 Brighton players I've got, Mitoma and Gross, one of them has been booked and one of them's not really done much. So, not getting many points today. Stepina, lovely burst of pace. Mitoma nips in, he can't quite get there though. Bruno Gomes puts it out of play. Breaking news, Man United have made a new contacts to sign Rabiot on a free transfer. Some more breaking news for you. Nice flick on. Undav should have flicked that backwards again to Mitoma instead of trying to play it back where it came from. And now Newcastle break. A little bit of hustle and tussle. McAllister booked. Referee's a little bit card happy. Just fighting for the ball. That's all he's doing. They've got a grip of each other. Both are pulling each other's shirts. Wilson goes down. He's got a proper chunk full of McAllister's shirt there. But McAllister gets booked. Bit of a strange one, that one. Bit of a strange one. Trippy with his free kick. It's in their own half. Nice ball in. A little bit of everything everywhere again. Ball whipped in. Lovely. Header. Good save again. But it's not cleared. And cleared off the line. Shot again. Block. Newcastle had 3 attempts just then. Joelinton fighting in that corner, trying to keep hold of the ball. He does. Wriggles past 2 and beats a third man and then pulls Casado down. Now he's kicking off again. Needs to be careful. But how Newcastle haven't scored there is unbelievable. Ball gets whipped in. Header saved. Second attempt. Another header. Cleared away from the line. And another one, and it gets blocked. It's a good save. Balls are everywhere. Steele's beating on the return. But the man there to kick it away. And then obviously the block. And it's cleared. Joelinton did well to scrap as well for that ball. Managed to beat 2 players and then brought the third player down. Brighton need to get back into this game. I know it's only 2-1, the scoreline, but Newcastle are starting to rinse and repeat the first half. I'm going to be honest with you. Pope clears that ball out for a throw-in. Throw-in taken from Brighton. It goes out for a throw-in. Botman's a great player. He really, really is. And credit to Eddie Howe for the work that he's done at Newcastle. Absolutely fantastic. And De Zerbi, in all fairness. De Zerbi's done a good job at Brighton. Rumours of him being linked with the Spurs job. Obviously, they're looking for another manager, aren't they? As well. I'm not sure he's fit well, though. Isaac's down on the floor. After going for a 50-50, he's back up now, holding his shoulder. They've just said as well on One Football how Newcastle not scored there. It's a great save by Steele. That's how they've not scored. Brighton trying to get into this game a little bit more. But it's just, they're trying that one pass too much, I think. Little cute triangles, and they're just trying that one pass too many. And a Newcastle player just nips in. That's a good ball out wide to Casado, though. Again, not the right pass. And Newcastle managed to come away with it. And Newcastle play one ball back and just boots it over. Isaac took that down really well, but couldn't do it with it. He was the only player up there. Estepina, Mitoma. Someone that needs to get into the game a little bit more for Brighton. It's gone missing in this game. Really, really has. Ball whipped in. Oh. And Ciso with a little flick on. Ball got whipped in. Mike Cedo. And Ciso's first there, completely unchallenged. Flicks the ball on, trying to find that back post. Curling away from goal. No good. Another substitution for Brighton. Is coming off, and on is Fear. I'm going to try it. I'm sorry if I butcher names. I really am. But I do my best. Moise Casado's been very busy today. Ball played long, nobody there. Goes all the way through for Pope to easily pick up. And sends Trippier away. He plays a lovely ball. Can't quite get his foot on the end of it though. A little bit of just keeping the ball at the minute. Brighton passing it from side to side, trying to create the space. McAllister's come deep, tries a chip ball over the top. Not going anywhere. Casado gives a needless foul away. Brighton looking anyways like they'll score again. Not a chance, mate. Not a chance. Newcastle should have had another goal. If it weren't for Steele, mate, it would be 3 or 4. Newcastle have missed some really good chances. If anything, Brighton are just making it a little bit more scrappy. That's all they're doing. Second half kicking off in Wednesday game. I hope they get beat. Come on, you Peterborough. But yeah. Newcastle have missed 2 fantastic chances. It's ridiculous. One with Newcastle, one with Sheffield Wednesday, and one with the Darts. See, that's the way to go. That is the way to go. Trippier's holding back of his leg now. Bit of a collision with Mitoma. But, to be honest with you, Rebel, I turned around and said, it doesn't look like Brighton are going to do anything. And then Lundav went and scored. So don't take my word for it. They could go up and score. But I just don't see it happening again, to be honest with you. I really don't. Newcastle have been so dominant in this game. So dominant. It's ridiculous. And they keep... The thing that's annoying me with Brighton as well is they're trying to play out of the press, and it hasn't worked for them 90% of the time this afternoon. Here comes Brighton. Asensio finds Mitoma. Mitoma slipped. He's managed to keep the ball in, has he? Yep, he has. Mitoma, edge of the box, McAllister. Someone needs to do something with it. Just passing it around. And that Newcastle got everybody back defending again. And just closing the gap down slowly. Oh, that were a wasted chance by Brighton. Mitoma should have probably left that, and the ball goes back to Pope. This isn't a team that demolished Arsenal. This isn't the same team at all. Joelinton's down. Wanting treatment. So the last thing Newcastle need, they've already had one player off injured in work. Don't need another one. Joelinton's been very good for him as well in this game. He's controlled that midfield quite well. I think they got one sub. Have they got one sub left? I'm not sure they have actually. Showing goals again. 2 goals from set pieces. That's what Newcastle have scored. 2 goals from set pieces. Obviously, the Undav own goal in the first half, and then Burns' goal right at the edge of half time. Again, another set piece. Terrible. There will be some added time on because Joelinton has received treatment. He's back on his feet, walking off, taking a sip of water. Seems okay. He'll be back on in a minute, running about like nothing happened. But as he's waiting to come back on, Newcastle tried to start up an attack. Isaac showing he's got a bit of strength. Not too much, but a bit. Casado. Just getting swarmed. Brighton players are just getting swarmed. It's terrible from Brighton today. Terrible. They need to get points from this game because I don't think we'll get any from Man City, especially if they play like they have done today. Not a chance. Not a chance at all. Brighton just keeping possession. 76 minutes into the game, Brighton need to do something and get back into it. 2-1 down at the moment. Undav scoring for both teams. One in the first, one in the second. Give away a needless foul. That move won't go anywhere. Nice Casado on Grameres. Terrible. I think the Zerbi is going to blow his lid. It's a great free kick taken. Nicely. Gets it back. Well dealt with by Brighton. Look at the wing. Look at the wing. Look at the wing. Sorry. Look at the wing. Oh, why'd you get... Matoma tries to take it in. It hits his heel and bounces backwards. Brighton had a man free on the right-hand side. Nobody was with him. And they tried to play the ball through to Matoma. What is that, Asenso? Tries to play a cute little pass and just fails completely. And Newcastle managed to get a free kick. Matoma gives away the foul. Almiron drops to the floor after he gets his shirt pulled. Brighton have been poor. So poor. They need to wake up, honestly. Pope's coming all the way out to take this free kick. It's about halfway between his goal and the halfway line. So it's going to be a huge downfield. Not a lot happening at all. Make sure you join us on Saturday where Arsenal take on Nottingham Forest. Lovely little bit of movement there. Newcastle are coming away with it. Joelinton's down on the floor. How's he found that pass? I don't know. Oof. Bruno Guimaraes blasting one over the bar. And a yellow card has been given to Van Heck, I believe it is, for leaving one late on Joelinton. Oh, no, it wasn't on Joelinton. Don't know who that were on. Don't know who it was, but he rolled about a bit and then got back up. I think he slipped as he hit it. Yeah. Kind of slips a little bit as he hits it. That's his first yellow card of the season for Jean-Paul Van Heck. Or Heek, or however you pronounce it. Brighton playing themselves into trouble again here. No, Newcastle still haven't quite done it yet. They've got, what, 2 games left? So they need to win both of their games. Or Liverpool to lose one. At this rate, it's a free kick to Brighton. In a good area for Brighton, so let's see what they can do with it. McAllister not happy with something there. I'm not quite sure what. Played short out wide. And he falls over. Asensio falls over. And Newcastle so easily come away with a ball. And then he gives away a free kick. Almiron's not happy about it. Giving a little bit of verbals and a little bit of a push. Heating up a little bit again. Almiron's not happy about something. Almiron said something. Asensio's reacted and said something back. Now Almiron's fuming. Not quite sure what got said between the two. A little bit of a hand in the face as he got up. Now he's having it with somebody else as well. Verbals. Almiron's fired up. And Estupinia's with him. It's a very heated final 10 minutes. All this play into Brighton's hands, though. It's lovely. He's taking it forward very well. Here comes Brighton. Ball out wide to Estepina. And he's brought down by Almiron. Almiron needs to calm down. He's going to lose his head. This might be what Brighton needed. A little bit of fire in the bellies. Undav is coming off. Who's on? That is the question. Piopon. Probably butchered that name. The 84th minute of the game, Brighton whipped this free kick in, comes to nothing so far. And then ball's played back in. Piopon. I can't say his name. So I'm butchering it. I know I am. If anybody knows how to say his name, do let me know. But Brighton need to do something. They got 5 minutes. Plus, I'd probably say about 4 minutes of added time. Because of the stoppages. You never know, I might get a World Cup thing where it's like 12 minutes of added time. I won't mind. Personally. Isaac running down the wing. Can't keep it in. I think it comes up. Does it come off a Brighton player? No, it doesn't. Brighton have had the fewest shots they had in this game so far this season. Give credit to Newcastle, they've not let them have any. They've been really, really good defensively. Not giving them any space at all. Something's starting to simmer a little bit. I won't be surprised if someone puts in a heavy tackle again soon. Somebody loses their head. Would not be surprised at all. Feels like it's building up to something like that. Here comes Matoma. Estepina. Brighton corner. Trippier comes across and deals with it very well. And that is a Brighton corner. Estepina thought about taking it quickly and decided to wait. Up comes the big man from the back. Matoma's in there as well. Ball whipped in. 2 players down. Still a player down on the floor. It's a Brighton player. Brighton want to keep playing. So referee allows them to. And Ciso does well there. Ball whipped in straight towards the hands of Pope. "87 minutes gone. Is it too late for Brighton? Newcastle score, it definitely will be. But Brighton have definitely come into the game now. In the last 10 minutes, there was a little bit of scrappy tackles and a bit of pushing and verbal seems to have really got them going and fired up. We're just waiting to see if they can get another goal. Peg it back to 2-2. Trying these neat little passes again over the top. Can't quite get there. Mitoma can't get there. Trippier just shrugs him off with ease. And Almiron beats one. That's a brilliant ball through. And it's a goal for Newcastle. Nice and so easy. Newcastle broke on Brighton and went through them like hot knife through butter. So easy. We're going to see if it is offside because I think they will be checking it. But I think we're safe to say that it is a goal and it is Callum Wilson. So easy. Game, set, and match. He's onside. Perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. Wilson scores. 89th minute of the game. Game, set, match. Brighton pushed too many players up, trying to get this equaliser, and it was a perfect break. Almiron does really well. Trippier does really well to begin with the defending. Shrugs off Mitoma as if he's not even there. Gets the ball out to Almiron. Almiron plays a perfectly timed pass through the middle. And Wilson just runs onto it and sends the keeper down the wrong way and slides it into the net. Came off the keeper's foot. But they're not over yet. Here comes Newcastle again. Still Newcastle. Is it 4? It's 4! My God, Brighton have fallen apart, and it is Bruno Guimaraes. Oh my God, I said the hot knife through butter. I'll tell you something. They are now buttering a frying pan with the heat on full whack. That's what Brighton are right now. They've just conceded 2 goals in the space of 30 seconds, and there's 8 minutes of added time to go. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous by Brighton. I tell you. I've just literally finished writing it up, and Bruno Guimaraes has gone on and scored. Never mind the hot knife through butter. Like I said, that was literally, they took the butter out of the packet and just threw it on a pan and let it boil, and it's just melted in seconds. Newcastle have literally just burst through Brighton as if they weren't even there at all. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. I wanted goals, and there is goals. I mean, fantastic well by Wilson. He gets the ball through. He's running on goal. Manages to keep Dunk off. Turns. Steals out of position. Sees Bruno Guimaraes coming in. Just passes it to the side. Open net. As easy as you like. 4-1. Game, set, match. It was game, set, match anyway. But completely done. That is them securing Champions League football for next season. Absolutely ripping them apart. We've still got 6 minutes of extra time to go. Newcastle could get another 3 in that time with speed they've just gone out there. Absolutely ridiculous from Brighton. Newcastle are going to make some subs as well, I think. Brighton have literally no chance now. They're making subs. Yep, they are. Isaac went off, and so is Almiron. And we have Gordon and, oh God, St. Maximin on. Here comes Newcastle again. Wilson, good save, steal. He needed to make that. That would have been really, really bad. Well, I just managed to put in the time that's added on. Jesus, Brighton. What happened? You go from beating Arsenal 3-0 to getting absolutely demolished and shown up. I wanted a good game. I'm glad I've watched it. It is a good game. Little flicks and tricks coming out now by Bruno Guimaraes. Newcastle fans are happy. Singing, chanting. Joe Linton, I think, is coming off. And who else came off? Trippier's coming off. One more that came off. I don't know who it was. I know it was just Trippier. So on is Target. Man, I do apologise if I get them wrong. That's in the 95th minute of the game. Newcastle just trying to see it out. Wasting as much time as possible with these subs now. It's in the 95th minute, going into the 96th soon. 2 minutes left. De Zerbi is not happy at all. He is fuming. Absolutely fuming. But here comes Brighton. It's those passes all game. Those passes all game have destroyed Brighton. Silly, silly little passes. Newcastle go 3 points clear of Manchester United with a superior goal difference. Obviously, I think both teams are just looking for top 4 places now. I think this pretty much secures Newcastle. Not going to lie. Man United need to win in the weekend to keep up. Callum Wilson keeps up his goal-scoring form. Eddie Howe, what a fantastic manager he's been this season. Here comes Brighton to try and salvage something out of the game. But I don't think they're going to get anything. Well dealt with by Newcastle. You know, a little bit of pride and effort, maybe. St. Maximin. Brilliant ball. Nice 1-2. St. Maximin's chasing. Has he kept it in? He has. Here comes Newcastle. Can they get a fifth? St. Maximin sits one down. Edge of the box to Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, heavy first touch. And it bounces away from him. Brighton looking to salvage some sort of dignity here. Stupina. And Ciso wide. He smashes the floor in anger. What's the floor ever done to you? Nice little bit of interplay between himself and I believe it was Gordon. Well, I think that's pretty much going to do it. I think we're going to kick this ball. Whistle's going to get blown. Bruno Guimaraes is hobbling a little bit. I think Pope will kick this and it'll probably be full time. And it is. We have ended Newcastle 4, Brighton won. Dominance from Newcastle. Obviously, it didn't start off well for Brighton. The own goal from Undav, and then Burn scoring as well just before half time. Brighton coming back into it in the second half with Undav scoring a goal in the right net. Gave us a little bit of hope, that we're going to see a good game. I mean, it was a good game. Don't get me wrong, fantastic game. And then the last couple of minutes, Brighton absolutely fell apart, literally at the seams. As I said, it was like there were a bit of another butter that got put onto a red hot frying pan, just melted, completely melted, with Wilson scoring in the 89th minute and then Bruno Gomes in the 90th minute to make it 4. I thank everybody here that has stuck with me through this. I hope that whatever you're doing, you enjoy. If you're a Newcastle fan, congratulations on the win, and congratulations pretty much securing top 4 and Champions League football. We will be back again soon. Not sure whether it'll be tomorrow or the weekend, but we will see. Best way to know is to like and subscribe to the channel and switch your notification bell on. Obviously, it'll tell you when we go live. But for me, that's pretty much it for now. So thank you to everybody. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Goodbye.